If you're a local business owner who wants to be found at the top of Google and get more customers for free, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your Google business profile step by step the right way, so you can crush your competitors and win new customers without having to spend a dime on ads or learn any complicated strategies. And I know this works as I've personally helped over 350 local business owners rank on the first page of Google. Let's dive in. The first step here is to log into an email that you have access to, because this is going to be the email where your Google business profile is managed, right? So if you can't get into this email later, you won't be able to manage your Google business profile. But you want to type in Google business profile into Google. Now you'll hear Google business profile, Google My Business. All it was that Google changed it from Google My Business to Google business profile a couple years ago. You can use them interchangeably. They're the same thing. But once this comes up, you want to click on Get Listed on Google, and you want to go ahead and get started. So if you're not already logged in, it's going to prompt you to log in with an email that you have access to. And now we can go ahead and put your business name in. So a quick ranking tip to make sure that you have the best chance of ranking on the first page of Google is you want to try to include your main keyword in your business name. So what I mean by that is if you are a pet sitting business or a plumbing business, you want to include plumbing or pet sitting in the name of your business. So this is technically considered keyword stuffing unless it is actually the legit name of your business. So Google's not great at governing this. So a lot of times you could just have consistency across your website, whereas anytime your business name is listed, you have that keyword in it. And you could also get a DBA to make it official, so it doesn't matter. This is one of the largest ranking factors. I've seen my clients go from ranking nowhere on the first page of Google to just adding their main keyword to the name of their business and ranking on the first page across 85% of their service area in literally a couple hours. Sometimes your business name might already pop up here. It might be because somebody already has the same business, or it might be because Google's automatically generated a location, a Google business profile location for your business if you've been around a while. For the most part though, we're going to go ahead and just create a new business. If you do see your business name under here, just go ahead and click on it and you can try and claim the profile if it actually is your business. So we'll go ahead and click on continue. And now we'll walk through choosing the type of business that you run. So you have the options of an online retail store. That's going to be people that only interact online, e-commerce companies, stuff that, they don't meet customers in person. You don't have a brick and mortar location whatsoever. You have the local store. That's where you have a brick and mortar location. Let's say you're a barber or a dentist, something that somebody gets in their car or walks down the street to visit you. And then lastly, you have the service businesses, also known as the service area business. This is where you don't have customers visiting your physical location. And so that means that you're going out to their home. This would be your HVAC companies, your plumbing companies, stuff like that. So for this fake business, I'm going to say I own a pet sitting company. And let's say that we have somewhere where people can come and board their dogs. So this is an actual brick and mortar location. So this will be a local store. We'll go next. So now it wants us to choose our main business category. This is a huge ranking factor when it comes to telling Google what keywords they should rank you for. For most businesses, this will probably be pretty simple. For example, pet sitting probably only has one category they could choose. But for other businesses, let's say like a lawyer, they might have a bunch of different categories they could choose as their main business category. And if you're confused on which one you should choose for your business, what I'd recommend is go ahead and type in the main keyword that you want to rank for. So maybe you want to type for pet sitting in Tallahassee. And now let's see what other people are using as their main business category. You can see that all of these businesses right here have pet sitter highlighted. That means that that's their main business category. And so if these are my competition, if these are the people that I know have my customers, and if this is the keyword that you want to rank for, you want to make sure that you match your main business category to theirs. So let's do pet sitter, and we can go ahead and move to the next step. But for a service area business, you want to put in whatever address the business is registered under. This way you can send some verification to Google if they ask that, hey, I am a business and I am located here. But for our brick and mortar location for a local store, this is going to be very important because we're going to put our address in here, and then it's probably going to prompt us to do a video verification where we have to show signage, we have to show the street we're on, we have to show us unlocking the door so we can show that we actually own this business. So for example here, let's just go ahead and put in an address. And we'll go ahead and click on next. And now it's asking us some questions. It says, is this your business? You can see that it looks like your business might already have a Google business profile. So remember how I told you how sometimes your profile can be automatically generated by Google without you even doing it, or somebody else created it for you. It's prompting us to say, hey, is this one of your businesses? We're going to say none of these are ours. We're going to go to the next step. Now it's prompting us to add our phone number and our website. these are going to be listed publicly for potential customers to see. So you make sure whatever phone number you're putting in here, you actually have access to it and you can answer the phone. And also same thing for the website. You want to make sure that whatever website you put here, that's actually a place you want to route your potential customers so they can get in contact with you and pay you money. Also, you want to make sure that this website is not a URL redirect, meaning that they click on it and then it takes them to a different URL where your website's hosted. The reason being is that can kind of throw off to Google that, hey, this might be a potential business that's hacked this location and then now they're trying to steal traffic. And it can be a red flag to Google because they don't see the consistency across what's listed on Google and where they actually end up. So make sure this domain is not a URL redirect. So now we'll click on next. Then it's going to prompt us to agree to their terms and conditions to get listed on Google. You can click on continue. So now we can see it's going to prompt us to select the way to get verified. Our options are phone number, email code, and business video. So a lot of you might be watching this and be like, you lucky dog, how the heck are you getting to be able to do a phone or an email? And so much of it comes down to the main business category you chose previously, right? So certain industries are a lot more competitive. If you're trying to get an HVAC business approved, or if you're trying to get a lawyer approved, it's going to be a lot more strict. You'll probably have to go through a video verification. In the video verification, you're just trying to show Google 3 things. You're a legit business that actually operates. You're actually located where you said you were located. And the third thing is just making sure you own this business. So this could be unlocking a branded vehicle, unlocking the door. It could be going behind the counter, going to the kitchen if you're a restaurant, going into places that are employees only. Those are things you can include in your video to make sure you get verified. I have a whole nother video on how to get your Google business profile verified on my YouTube channel. So in this instance, if we were to go ahead and click on business video and we click on next, now it's going to show you what are the things that you need to show in this video. You can see it's going to say show your surrounding areas. It's going to say show business's name printed on permanent fixtures such as the signage, stuff like that, to show Google that you're legit and you're not faking this. They're trying to keep out the bad actors. They're just trying to create a Google business profile that's not legit to just get some additional traffic. And those people are ruining it for all the legit business owners that are just trying to get verified. And now you can click on next, and then it's going to prompt you to start recording. But for now, I'm just going to click on verify later. And the next thing it's going to ask you to do is to add your services. So what's really cool about these services here is that you can add unlimited services. So for the main business category, you can only have one, and you can add up to 9 additional categories. And we'll cover that later in terms of helping you rank higher on Google. But for your services, you can have unlimited services, and you can even add custom services. So you can't find exactly what you do. You can just come in here and type it in. You can say the best catwalks or whatever you want to add here. But you see cat boarding, cat grooming. You want to add as many as are relevant. So you can see if I type in 18-wheeler accident lawyer in Jacksonville, Florida, we can scroll down here and something really cool happens. You can see for this business, it says provides semi-truck accident lawyer. That means that they've added semi-truck accident lawyer as one of their services. So that just goes to show how important it is when you're filling out your Google business profile, you want to make sure you add as many services as possible. And if you're wondering how you can get as many services set as many different ways as possible, feel free to go to ChatGPT, just enter in your main business category and say, give me 30 or 40 adjacent services, and then you can just add all of those here. So now we'll go ahead and click on next. And we can add our business hours. So this is also a ranking factor. If it says that you're open till midnight and somebody's Googling at midnight and all your competitors are closed, you're going to be more likely to show up, right? The problem with this is that if you're not actually open at midnight and Google catches on, they can restrict your account. So you want to make sure whatever you put here, there's consistency across your website, across your other listings like Yelp and stuff like that. So your business hours are the same everywhere. Also, if you put 24 hours, 7 days a week, and your business that Google knows probably isn't open 24/7, there's a good chance they'll restrict your account for it. So we'll go ahead, let's just say we're open 24 hours on Monday, 24 hours on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're only open from 1 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can go ahead and add the proper hours for each day. Once you've done that, you can click on next. So now it's going to prompt us to add a business description. Now, don't worry, you don't have to keyword stuff this and put all your keywords in there and make it sound like jargon just so you can rank higher on Google. This actually doesn't have to do anything with your Google ranking. We just want your business description here to be accurate, to be endearing to people. This is more of a conversion factor than it is a ranking factor, meaning that potential customers reading this description, we want them to be more likely to choose your business after reading it. So if you just head over to ChatGPT, you can just screenshot this. I just said, give me a Google business profile description under 750 characters about my, and then insert your business category there. So about my plumbing business, add your location, add your services, and then you see ChatGPT gave us something pretty solid. We can go ahead and paste into our description here. We click on next. Now it's going to ask us to add photos of our business. So please, 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 please do not add stock photos here. It looks bad. There's no personal touch to it. Consumers more than ever nowadays are trying to support local businesses owned by people just like them. And so take your phone, go outside, snap a couple pics of your branded truck or your t-shirt or you out doing the job, and then upload these photos here. It's so important that people can feel the vibe of your business and they know you're not just some generic big corporate brand that just slapped up some stock photos in here. They can actually see the employees that are going to show up to their home and fix their water heater or whatever it is. So for now, I'm just going to skip this, but make sure to add some real photos that show the character of your business. Next, Google's just going to prompt you to get some free stuff. Basically what this is saying is that if you spend $500 on Google ads, we'll give you $500 for free. You don't want to do that, you can just skip it. If you do, you can go and start it. It's going to try and get you to sign up to Google Workspace. You don't have to do that. You can skip that as well. And then now it's going to say your edits will be visible once you're verified. So if you're struggling to get verified, check out the other video on my channel about getting a Google Business Profile verified. But for now, you can see in the future, if you want to manage your Google Business Profile, you want to try and get it verified, you want to add new photos, all you have to do is make sure you're logged on with the email that you created the Google Business Profile with, and you want to type in My Business, and then it'll pop up with this little dashboard here where you can manage your Google Business Profile straight from Google. As a little bonus tip here, go ahead and click on Edit Profile, and let's go ahead and add some additional categories. So click on here, we can go ahead and add the category of, let's say, do we have dog walking? Yeah, we have dog walker. And so you can add up to 9 additional categories here. This is going to help Google understand what your business does a little bit better. Now, as soon as your Google Business Profile is verified, you want to make sure that you grab your Google review link and you start getting some more Google reviews. Getting high quality reviews consistently is one of the easiest things you can do to make sure your business is ranking above your competitors. If you're an established business or if you're just getting started, I would highly consider choosing Review Harvest. Review Harvest is a software company I've spent the last 2 years of my life building, and we make it easy for your customers to leave your review. Every business owner knows that negative customers are 10 times more likely to go leave you a 1-star review. And our job at Review Harvest is to make sure that the other 99% of your customers that are super happy are also leaving your reviews. We have simple pay-per-review pricing, no monthly subscriptions. We can integrate into all the major CRMs to automate the entire process to make sure you get more reviews and you start ranking higher on Google. If you're interested, check out the link below. You can get started for free and start getting reviews in hours. And if you want to know how to maximize the rest of your Google Business Profile settings to make sure you have the best chance of ranking on the first page of Google, I presented the 8 steps to ranking on the first page of Google to an audience last month, and I recorded the presentation and I posted it on Google. So check it out here.